Don't tell me what I can watch and not watch, okay? Now that you guys said you don't want to watch Anthony Fantano, I'm going to make you watch it. Or you could leave the stream. Fuck you. Don't leave. If you do, it is what it is. But I'm curious about it. I know it's like a silly thing. I think it's like something he said like years ago, but I'm still curious about it, so we're going to watch it.
Over the weekend, popular music review YouTuber Anthony Fantano got in some
the needle drop
hot water when a clip went viral.
My wife calls it when we have sexual intercourse.
Of him saying the N and the F word many years ago. With that
how many many's?
Being posted by DJ Academics. This caused more things to be dug up against Anthony, such as a video of him allegedly laughing at Trayvon Martin's death. And
damn, that's pretty... What the fuck? That's... I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at his death. That's just fucking wild. That's insane. What the fuck?
Various jokes he used to make back in the early days of his YouTube career. However, Anthony responded to the allegations by giving context to the clips where necessary, even at one point saying that the clips were deceptively edited. Damn. During this, he also got into a beef with another internet personality, Rose Mulet.
Oh, well, she's fucking crazy. Thank you for 5,000 Project Libertad. Like Frogan once said, the veterans, I hope you get... Okay. Yeah, she did say that. That's crazy. Yeah, she's crazy. I don't remember the specifics of the video. I think I'm going to try to find it now. So I have this video on my old channel. It was like, I called it, this is a retired channel, but it's a victim should lay down and take it. She had like an insane debate with Destiny. It was fucking crazy. The defense, the argument that she made. I don't remember the specifics, but it was fucking wild. It was fucking wild. So if you're interested, go watch.
Over email, pulling up all the tweets where Rose said they believe should be legalized. This whole thing,
yeah, she's fucking crazy.
Spread so far that even rapper Drake weighed in, posting Anthony on his Instagram story. Welcome to the internet.
What? Drake?
This is Anthony Fantano. It starts when DJ Academics tweets out, alleged audio has leaked of white closeted hip-hop reviewer Anthony...
Is it not real audio? Like what?
Fantano saying the N-word. And he attaches this clip.
Who infamously called Ian a and now he just kind of quotes that to death. That dude clearly had a few screws loose, but Ian really had no problem.
Oh, that's not even that bad. I mean, it's not good, but like he's saying it in context. It's like, oh, somebody called this person the N-word. Like, you shouldn't say that, but like that's not the same thing as him like saying the N-word, if that makes sense.
With putting him on blast to make him look ridiculous.
Also, back in the day, it probably was more acceptable to even say it in context. So yeah, that's not even that big of a deal.
Not an NPC replies, I don't like Melonhead at all, but this is nothing but him quoting what someone else said. Yeah. No ill intent detected. And Maynard replies, sure, but he panders for and believes in a political ideology that pushes that white people should never use the N-word and that straight people should never use the F-slur.
Okay, what? Oh, that's a little vague. You could always argue that about me. I don't really care too much about... I mean, I try not to say them publicly. but I feel like... I mean, I don't know. Does Anthony I don't remember. I think I might have watched one or two things from him. I don't really remember if he's like a super big virtue signal guy, so I don't know if I can comment on that.
Quote or otherwise. Should he not be held to his own standards? LeBronto replies to the clip by saying, crazy, he's the leader of Kendrick fans too. And Canthold replies, that's like saying the DJ Academics is the leader of Drake fans. Liv quotes DJ Academics and says, woman beater trying to cancel Anthony Fantano for saying the N-word 10 years ago as a quote. Agatka quote beats Academics.
Oh wait, that's from Academics TV? Why the fuck would he post that? Academics is a fucking creep too. What the fuck?
I remember when this video came out. This was 2016/17 when the internet was rampant with white dudes saying the hard R. Obviously not cool, but Fantano was clearly quoting someone else. It wasn't directed towards anyone. Also, Academics is a P. Lol, you got no business being alive. Artsale quotes the clip and says, he says it so eloquently, flows like water. This man is clearly versed in the N-word. And Roland replies, he had a black girlfriend. And Matthew says, oh, you know that man was playing massa in the bedroom whipping up a storm.
Well, I mean, that brings up an ethical question. If your girlfriend is black and she's into that kind of shit, like, what are you supposed to do, you know? Am I right, guys? What do you do?
Replies, F-slur neglected, forgotten in the outrage bait corner. And Matthew says, can't match up to the power of the big N. H2O quotes Academics and says, this whole era of YouTube was legit so crazy. You just had a bunch of white people with millions of subs collectively dropping hard R's on video like it was nothing. Jimson quotes the clip and says, I don't care how many times he has said the N-word, I am not liking Anthony Fantano. Then
that's fucked up.
And another clip of Anthony Fantano started making the rounds when Jay posted with the caption, video resurfaces of Anthony Fantano on live with his racist alt-right friends saying fuck it Trayvon Martin and laughing at cops killing black people.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
I don't even know what I just heard. What?
And laughing at cops killing black people.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide.
Okay, I can't hear what the fuck is being said because these idiots are reading it. A vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what this means. I don't even know what this means, honestly.
Guys, neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
I don't even understand what's happening, honestly.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. I was thinking Trey Melvin. Trey Melvin. I had a big thing with Trey Melvin.
Trayvon Martin.
It's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's worse.
Yeah, I said it. Sorry. This is not inappropriate. I'm representing my culture, my heritage.
Howell tweets out, in less than 24 hours...
I honestly, that was such a chaotic clip. I have no idea what the fuck was happening, and I don't think I care.
Anthony Fantano has been exposed for laughing at Trayvon Martin's death with his alt-right buddies, caught saying the N-word with a hard R on video.
Are they actually like alt-right? I don't understand.
And deleting posts from last night where he hinted Drake was a P. This is what happens when white men pretend to be part of the culture just to grift off of it. And y'all let him sit at the table this long. He also screenshots
Not me, I'm a poo.
the original NF clip along with the tweet we just read. And Derpy replies, I don't like him either, but who the fuck cares? Night Kitten says, always got the most fake vibes from him. The worst part is that there's people who can't see it and will always prop up weird serial killer vibe ass men into these positions.
Serial killer? What the fuck?
He then also tweets out Aiden Ross and XQC reacting to the tweet about Anthony Fantano.
Happens when white men pretend to be a part of the culture just to grift off it and y'all let it. Facts! Hey, fuck these crackers, bro.
What?
How is Aiden Ross gonna play moral authority? He's like hung out with Nick Fuentes, no? The fucking like a person that thinks that sleeping with a black person is like sleeping with a dog. I don't understand. Why would he try to play moral authority on that?
Fuck these Hey, get him out of here. Hey guys, this guy right here, let's get him the fuck up out of here. Anthony Fantano, I knew you were weird. I knew you were a weird one. I knew you were weird. No wonder why your wife left you. Because you're racist.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
You're racist, bro.
Chat, he meant clanker, right, Shirley? Chat, I think he's been watching too much Hassan, low-key. Chat, guys, I'm not gonna, guys, I'm gonna deflect and I'm gonna defend it, chat. Because I think he's been watching just too much Hassan. Maybe he's a fan or something like that.
King Jared then tweets out this 8-minute video with the title, wow, there's more on Anthony Fantano. 8 minutes more, he's done. Rose Mulet pulled his file. And I'm not going to sit here and play all 8 minutes. It'll be linked in the description if you want to watch it. But I'll show you a couple of the highlights from this compilation.
It'll mean the end of my YouTube career. For
The whole Alex is a thing.
real nibbas do stuff.
Harvey Weinstein. What's your opinion on Mike Dean producing the new Nick album? I'm not even a really big Nick guy, so Brony.
Oh, okay. He's saying the fake when somebody's like, hey, can you say Nicholas dog sound? You don't understand what I'm saying there. We don't need to understand. I don't know. Is that what we're referring to? Yeah, I guess he was like too edgy back in the day. I guess like it was so far. I guess my biggest issue would be I don't know Fantino too much. Whatever the fuck his name is. So I can't like have a super strong opinion because I don't know how much of like if he's a virtue if he is a virtue signaling a cuck that is like overly sensitive about shit and like goes after people, and if he has that energy, and I don't know that he does or if he does or whatever, then like that's your biggest argument is like, oh, this guy like will go after other people for doing like other things that are similar to him, and so he deserves it. But I don't know if that's true, so I can't have a strong opinion about that.
Says he's nice, fave if he's a. That's what it's supposed to look like, you retard. Fucking retard.
But all kinds of racist, sexist, bigot, misogynist, homophobe, transphobe, Republican. Maybe if we called you guys more names, we would have won.
We are all from Africa! Home. If black people have an opening, I'd like to apply. If someone black is watching this video, put in a good word for me.
Anthony Fantano himself then replies to this by saying, lol, okay man, attaching this screenshot of an old Rose Mulet tweet where they said, consent is stupid. R is natural and necessary for a happy and healthy society. Why is the modern world so miserable? Because artists are treated as criminals instead of cherished for their masculinity. Fuck.
Wow. That's crazy. You know what I think that is? I think that's Rose trying to get some fucking red pill penis or something. You know? But I don't think that they would sleep with her because I'm pretty sure she's trans, so. Feminism.
I wish men weren't so afraid of R-ing me. Hashtag make R legal. King Jared replies to this clip in the...
That's like a weird fetish. That's fucking crazy, bro. Not bro. Sorry. This person. Fuck.
Caption. I don't know who Rose Mulet was before a few hours ago when her post went viral. If she said all this weird shit, it doesn't change the fact that you're a weirdo either. Y'all both weird. Don't deflect. Explain this video.
I think it's more okay to say the N-word than it is to say rape's okay. That's just a hot take. I don't know if you guys are gonna cancel me over that one. Both bad. One of them is at least a little bit worse. Okay, and I think it's the one where you take away someone's autonomy.
Attaching this clip.
Spit a few bars of hops in verse. You should have something on your neck, just on the verge of choking you to death as you read Hobson lyrics. That's just the proper context.
Mr. Rager.
Is that him just like making fun of that person for having a weird thing on. I don't understand.
Replies to the original clip by saying, kind of ironic that you're posting this because in reality, the only people pushing this are Drake fans community because anyone with any level of nuance can see that Fantano is reading messages or reading things that other people have said. Still think it's wrong, but not a gotcha. And King Jared replies, ain't reading all that. Trying to defend this is wild. Rose Mulet then sends an email to Anthony Fantano and tweets it out saying, 6 years later and I finally replied to Fantano's email. I play the long game. It's an email thread from the bottom starting where Anthony says, in September 16, 2019, you're assuming your music is good enough to overlook the more garbage aspects of your personality and past. And Rose replied, why do you even know who I am? Lamau, anyway, you might think my music is trash, but I'm gaining an audience and was just featured on Pop Crave. I really do think a video tearing apart my music would be very entertaining and get a good amount of views. I promise you. And then Rose replies 6 years later, you have quite the nerve to say this considering all the crazy shit you said online, attaching a link to her tweets, compiling all the stuff in the 8-minute clip. Then Rose attaches another email from August 2019 from Anthony, where Anthony...
Yeah, it sounds like Rose is like in a little bit of like that permanent small creator thing where it's like they do like a lot of horrible shit that seems to be worse than other people, but they still feel like they like empowered to criticize bigger creators for their mistakes.
He said, no thanks, Rose. I saw some crazy fucking
exactly, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Shit you've said online, and I'd like to just avoid that hot mess. Don't email back. Rose then makes a new tweet following up where they say,
crazy.
Anthony...
I gotta show it. It's just a fucking crazy tweet. Hold on. Or great. Oh, fuck. How do I get this in here? Can I just open up this window? Is this my live chat? Okay. There it is right there. You guys see it? Papa Gut, N-word. Yes. R-word. No. Exactly. It's exactly how I feel. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Fantano emailed me back. I responded again.
They're both terrible. Okay, guys?
Anthony replying to the Quite the Nerve tweet where he says, Rose, I know this is going to be hard to hear, but a South Park grade edgy humor isn't the same thing as sincerely arguing in favor or protecting artists for almost 90 minutes. And passing clips I've already...
So true. Facts.
Addressed it to a guy who famously had SWL convos with a 15-year-old boy on stream.
What? What the fuck?
Isn't going to do anything per your long game. Your long game should be learning to be more aware, not assisting a man who is fine with Esli grooming a child.
What the hell is that about?
Child, Rose. I hope you get better one day. Then Anthony Fantano attaches screen recordings referencing DJ Academics. We don't actually have the files here, but he does make tweets later attaching these same screen recordings. So presumably this is the clips he attached of DJ Academics, who he's referencing in this email.
Oh, we talking about... Oh... Are we talking about that 15-year-old kid that he was making like weird jokes with? Okay, I don't know.
If Max said he wanted to try fucking a dude, will you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Yo, you can have. Wait.
If I can't fuck you, I'm cutting you off.
No, yo. Suppose he's like, yo, bro. Listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
That's crazy.
Yo, I'm not gay.
Yo, if Max got a sister and she threw you the box, would you smash her?
He already has a sister.
Alright, if she threw you the box, would you smash?
No, because I'm 15.
What that mean?
She's above 18.
What that mean?
Okay, what that mean?
It will be grooming.
It'll be what?
Grooming.
That has nothing to do with you.
What's your address? I'm gonna send some strippers over there.
Crazy.
Slow down, yo. I am 15. I hope you know that, bro. You trying to
get women, bro.
I'm not getting women. Yo, bro, you're trying to put me on a case. You're trying to put them on a case.
So?
What you mean, so? That's weird.
Then Rose replies to the email by saying, I was a minor who said the shit I said because I was groomed. You said what you did as a 30-year-old white man, yet somehow you have the nerve to moral grand...
Minor? What? How old is Rose Mulet? So confused. Fuck me, dude. I paused the recording like an hour ago. Fuck. I don't even know how much of it I got. I paused it a long time ago. We'll just have to post that from the stream. Okay.
Stand over a young trans girl. Sad. Why not just apologize to me? You're a massive hypocrite, but I'd forgive you if you held yourself to the same standard you seem to hold everyone else to. Didn't know about the academic stuff. It sounds like he sucks. Just saw him around during the Kendrick and Drake beef. The fader was right was you about you, which is why you hid the evidence. All you did back then was downplay what you said. I have to deal with harassment on a daily basis from people who will never let me move on from the shit I said as a minor because it took...
Were they a minor when they said that? What the fuck?
...me years to heal from my trauma in a healthy way. I'm tired of people not treating me like a human being.
How old is this person? I'm very confused. confused.
And you liking, hating tweets about me over the years.
I thought Rose Mulet was like a fucking like a 30-year-old. she looks old as fuck.
Is crazy. You shit on people who are actually struggling with shit and offer them no charitability, like acting like you're above it all. And you can't handle when people return that same energy your way. Are you actually going to learn something from this? Because I'm not the person you think I am. You're rich and famous. You're going to wake up a week from now and be just fine with your career intact. I'm going to be haunted by the things I tweeted at 16 years old for the rest of my life because of people like you. You're not the victim here.
All right, sorry. That was crazy. Sorry, how fucking old is this person?
Never forget that. Fantano then put out a response, and the whole response is
I guess we'll never know.
7.5 minutes. So I'm not going to play the full thing in its entirety, but we'll play parts of the response and then show some of Anthony's Twitter reactions and then show other various parts of the responses to whatever is relevant that he's talking about.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm getting torn apart on Twitter, which is nothing new for me personally, but the discourse seems to have reached a fever pitch that's making a lot of people concerned and angry and even thinking I'm covertly a racist, bigoted person. Now,
not me. I'm not covertly anything.
These are the same sorts of allegations that I have fought against and won before, and I'm happy to do it again because I have nothing to hide and I know they're not true.
Mr. Fresh replies, "You laughed at Trayvon Martin. You're a sick man." And Anthony says, "I literally show that's not the case in the video, but thank you." And here is that section of the apology where he gives his explanation.
Which I will agree, that doesn't look good, but believe it or not, the way this clip has been presented is a lie, and it's been heavily edited too. First off, I gotta say the Drunken Peasants podcast where I was appearing in that clip is explicitly not a right-wing podcast. While yeah, it's true the show has featured a pretty wild range of guests over the years and the humor tends to run a bit edgy, they also regularly make fun of right-wingers, alt-right psychopaths, and the president. And in this clip that you just saw, I'm reading a super chat that is on the screen that was sent in by a viewer of the show. And the reason I'm jumping into reading it is that partially it is a dig at me, because on the show it's not exactly a secret that I'm an openly liberal vegan. And from there, here is what actually happens.
A vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. I was gonna. I was gonna say Trey Melvin, but it's no Trayvon Martin.
Man, you're so. You know what, Jeff? You're so right wing.
As you can see there, that is not the clip that is getting passed around. In this original clip, Jeff Holiday there on the podcast doesn't even finish his sentence. He apparently gets Trayvon Martin mixed up with someone else entirely, and I even call him a moron. Because that is obviously something a fucking moron would communicate. So, voila, that's actually what happened in that clip.
Rebellious Scholar replies with this image, which looks to be a Anthony Fantano post from March 18th, 2013, where he says, "I laughed at this for 30 minutes. And it's someone on the ground saying Trayvoning, holding Skittles. And
is that true? What the fuck?
Anthony replies, "Fake, but a nice try." And
a little too on the nose.
Says, "Fake or deleted? Given what we know, I don't think you deserve the benefit of the doubt." And ICSB says, "If you use Google reverse image search, you'll see that this screenshot just materialized within the past week and had never been posted anywhere on the internet before."
Whoa.
Mr. Fresh replies to Anthony by saying, "You deflected. You disrespected that young man and his life, and you say the N-word unprovoked. You are a racist hiding behind a facade. You want acceptance in our culture, and you think dissing Drake will get you there. Sadly mistaken." Gato Fumador replies to Mr. Fresh by saying, "Lamau." And Crispy replies to Mr. Fresh by saying, "He literally showed in this video that none of that is true. When he said the N-word, he was quoting someone, and the part where he laughed at Trayvon Martin had missing context." And just again to see Anthony's aside and what he said in the response video, here is him talking about the N-word clip.
With Exhibit A, this clip right here, which has just been going absolutely viral, and here's my explanation for it. Early on in my YouTube career, I had some pretty lax views when it came to quoting the language of others, and my point of view was, what does it matter? It's not me saying it. I'm relaying a lyric or a sentiment or a point of view expressed by someone else. I'm even embarrassed to say that I don't think it was until like a few years ago that I actually changed and censored the text of this 2014 Death Grips review title. And as you can see in the comments of this video, there's even a lot of discourse and jokes flying around about me not saying the title. And at the time, this sort of thing left me feeling like this is more or less a moral gray area. I extended this attitude into other pieces of content I've made, like this one, where it is also clear I am quoting someone even in...
all this seems kind of fine. It doesn't really seem like a huge deal, right? I don't... At least not to me.
The tightly edited state this clip has been presented in. And the reason I'm doing so is to voice disagreement with calling people racial and homophobic slurs as a bit.
Eddie Beat the Odds replies to Joe Crispy by saying, "So can Kanye say he was quoting Hitler and all will be forgiven?" And
no, but he wasn't actually doing that. So
Valerie replies, his point was that they weren't his words and that he shouldn't have said it either way, which he apologized for. Maybe you were the same person nearly 10 years ago, but most people progress. And Eddie says, oh, so a white man doesn't know what N spells out? You guys are sick. And Valerie says, are you stupid? Judge people based on what they do and say today.
guys, stop arguing with people on Twitter. I don't really understand how else to communicate this to you. They're not real. People on Twitter are fake. They're not real people. They pretend to be real people. They are not real people. Fuck, I mean, my fucking titties farted on. Can I block that? Oh, you can. You know, they're not real. It's all fake. It's all bots. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's not a real thing. It's not worth caring about.
Crying about some shit that's nearly a decade old is counterproductive. Mo says, so deflection with no apology. Got it. And Anthony replies, I literally apologize at 3:10.
Because the fact of the matter is, I should have and could have just censored myself while pointing this behavior out. But unfortunately, my position left me feeling kind of nonchalant because it's not the words themselves, but the sentiment of them that's being expressed that's truly disgusting. And sure, while that is true on some level, explicitly quoting him was in bad form and just unnecessary. I would have still gotten my point across and done so without upsetting anybody had I taken that approach. And I feel this way now because of an important realization I only made after tons and tons of people were watching me, that I don't make content just for me, I do it for an audience. And I can't
What? You never knew that?
dictate what anyone watching may or may not find harmful or offensive. No more than with a review, I can dictate what music you do or don't like. So I would rather err on the side of caution and not hurt anyone by explicitly voicing language that doesn't exist in a vacuum, even if I am quoting it. And that's actually been my approach for a very long time now. I mean, this clip may be new to you, but it's actually almost 10 years old. If this was ever something I made a regular habit of doing, believe me, you'd be seeing more examples than this. All I can do is take ownership of having quoted these words in this way, and obviously say that I'm sorry, which I am in fact sorry about this.
And Bit Together replies, you literally spend 3 minutes saying why it's not your fault and how you did everything you thought was the best and only. You don't.
Bro, this is like so weird. People want to cancel everybody. Does Anthony Fantano try to cancel people over dumb shit or something? Like, what am I missing here? Am I the stupid one, or like, what's the problem? It just seems like a big fucking Nothingburger. You guys told me that at the beginning. You guys told me that at the beginning.
Put caveats on an apology. You don't explain away an apology. Those are not examples of apologies. I didn't do anything wrong and I'm sorry. Vincent replies, how dare he explain the situation and provide context? Such a racist thing to do. You people are insufferable. And Bit Together says, putting an apology into context is a controlling and a deeply unremorseful thing to do. And Momac replies, how the fuck are we supposed to know what he's apologizing for? 80s Groiper replies to Anthony's original post by saying, just unsubscribed on YouTube and unfollowed on X. Many are doing the same. Imagine smearing Drake with lies your whole career and then pulling something like this. Absolute hypocrite. And Fantano replies, that's fine. I don't want someone named 80s Groiper following.
I don't understand. But didn't Drake, I mean, like, wasn't Drake having like conversations about dating with like young, like Millie Bobby Brown? I feel like that's probably a little different than saying the N-word. What the fuck?
And me. TJ replies, apologize to the Martin family, dickhead. And Anthony.
You guys think that Millie Bobby Brown called Drake the N-word with an A? And does Drake get the pass? Because I feel like he's very zesty, light-skinned. I don't remember if I got permission to say that.
And he says, I addressed that in the video and called the guy who said that a moron in the unedited clip. Vic replies, I like how you, the white man, got caught up saying the hard ER and we still got a little lecture at the end. And Anthony replies, if you're not the person who edited—
Anthony, why are you replying? Maybe he's making a bunch of money. Get 238,000 views on just a reply. Maybe he's making tons of money.
That podcast clip deceptively. The next point wasn't directed at you. And here is a clip of the end of his apology video.
But as much as this is a principle of mine, I would also like to be spared the headache of just some freak trying to frame me disingenuously and
got him, freak.
Make it seem like I'm okay with a child being—
I don't like it when Freak Bob tries to do stuff, you know?
Killed by a racist vigilante, which is where the most truly aggravating thing about this whole situation comes up. Because we currently live in a time where between ICE, between our current president who got in the position where he is after saying that Haitian immigrants are going to eat your pets, white supremacy is like really—
I wish they would eat all— I fucking hate cats. It's like, eat them, you know? They don't do it, unfortunately.
We at a fucking peak right now, and because of that, it's vitally important that when things are being called out as legitimately racist, that those accusations actually mean something. But I guess instead what some people would rather do is water down the impact of that deceptively
like this
to make it look like I like it when children are killed.
Vic replies to Anthony's previous tweet before we watched that clip by saying, yeah guys, what I said was racist and offensive, but let's not forget the real issue here, deceptive editing. And Vlad says that
is kind of true though. But
not the point he's making. He placed the statement in context and apologized for making that decision. And Vic says, did they edit the video of him saying the hard ER? And Vlad replies, what part of my tweet gave you the impression that that was what I said? Or do you just intentionally misrepresent people to push your own narrative? And Vic replies, push my own narrative? I don't give a fuck what you believe. He's literally on camera saying the words. You trying to add context where it's not needed. Moon replies, replies to Anthony's original post by saying, "You are completely in the right, but this is kind of your fault." And Anthony says, "I don't disagree." Smooth Brain replies to Anthony's original clip by saying, "Enjoy being stuck in Pound Town for the rest of your life." And Anthony replies, I will. Affid replies to Anthony's apology clip by saying, "How about the fact you acted like you were attracted to a black person just because you hate them and want to dominate a black person?
What the fuck are you talking? What is happening?"
And engage in race play BDSM with your wife and called her an N. This is well known, you are a freak." And Anthony replies, "Very normal thing to say. Thanks for bringing some serious depth to this discourse. I got..."
Wow. Is Anthony fan? Is that what? Is that something that they would do? They would do like some race stuff.
Fame replies to Anthony's original post by saying, "It's unfortunate that instead of taking real accountability for your actions and acknowledging the deeper issue, your apology centered on the possibility of offending others as a public figure, rather than recognizing that what you did was wrong. Also, if you truly believed that person was a moron..."
Why are you arguing with these people?
"Your tone would have reflected that seriousness, and you would have removed yourself from the conversation entirely." And Anthony replies, "Potentially hurting others with my platform is a deeper issue, and I don't want to do that. I see your point about the conversation. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. While I took it as him being high and not being a sign of anything deeper than that, I probably should have taken a different route afterwards. Sorry again for any disappointment I've caused." And I Got Fame says, "I get that. It's clear Akadidi is soaking in this. I think we all make mistakes and everyone deserves redemption."
Fucking Akadidi is funny.
"But it definitely comes through work, educating oneself, and ultimately growth. Acknowledging pain is different from understanding pain." The Whispering One replies, "He already addressed these years ago." Calvin says, "Y'all really love acting like the victim. People are sick of this shit. He doesn't need to do anything but continue reviewing music." Then DJ Academics quote tweets Anthony Fantano's apology video by saying, "You racist bitch. Just apologize. How you deflecting mentioning me rather than taking accountability? You racist, typical colonizer." And Anthony Fantano replies with one of the clips that we looked at earlier during the Rose Mulet email section with the caption, "You're using me to deflect from how you talk to underage boys, sir." And Ian replies, "Academics versus Fantano," with this poster saying Hitler versus Stalin. Duck named Toast quote tweets Anthony Fantano's apology video by saying, "A solid 80% of the people trying to cancel Fantano don't actually care that much about racism or..."
Unironically, Fantano wishes he was black. That's probably why he race played. Maybe. Do you think so? But wasn't he the one saying the race play to the other person? So that doesn't really track based on that information, does it?
Homophobia, and are doing so solely because they don't...
If it's true, I have no fucking idea.
...like his reviews. DJ quote tweets the apology by saying, "Kind of tired of this new form of cancel culture."
I also don't really care what the fuck him and his partner want to do in private, so...
"Where people bring up decade-old shit and make people re-apologize for something they already got dragged for, took accountability for, and grew from a long time ago. You know this shit fake outrage too when the Drake stands are all on Fantano's dick over 2010's drama, but our glorious leader DJ Academics is totally not a creepy artist bad faith drama mongerer." Girl from Pluto replies, "You will notice this new cancel culture is not used by the marginalized to take power back from bigots, but instead used by bigots and right-wingers to harass progressives who defend marginalized communities. Who would have guessed? He should be taking accountability for his shitty Steely Dan takes and his bald head." Devo quotes Anthony's apology by saying, "Dudes can hate me, but this was a decent explanation of accountability being taken and correcting things that were taken out of context. I'm just upset that people still think saying quotes protects them from upsetting others when you can just censor one word. I really don't believe Fantano is racist. Just made dumb mistakes and has to face consequences for that. This isn't like a Hulk Hogan situation where that dude clearly was bothered by and had hate for black people." Wolfface quotes the apology and says, "What accountability was taken here? You just kept deflecting and never admitted to your wrongdoing. You're justifying saying shit because you were not informed. Broski, you're like late 20s, early 30s in these clips." Professional Idiot quotes the apology by saying, "Good apology. He's definitely a better person than he was back then." What confuses me are the replies. Why are the only ones attacking him Drake fans? Over on r/Fantano Forever, Wesselver also posted the clip with the caption, "Anthony addresses the situation on Twitter," and De La Soul Kitchen replies, "I'm convinced a lot of people don't actually care about holding others accountable online. They just want to participate in public humiliation rituals to feel better about themselves, because they know deep down that they're a piece of shit. You can't tell me these people that are pissed at Anthony actually give a flying fuck about the controversy." Zoombini replies, "Wow, the editing in that clip is wildly deceptive. And even if that other guy had meant something awful, if you're shocked in the midst of a conversation with something you strongly disagree with, it would be a pretty normal reaction to laugh really uncomfortably and then call them a moron."
Sure.
Saint Train replies to the apology clip by saying, "Surely this will get people to put pitchforks down. The internet is so reasonable and capable of nuance after all." And similar replies, "There's already a dude accusing him of only marrying his ex-wife because he wanted to dominate a black woman and had BDSM and a race play fetish. People are..."
What came out? What did she say? What word did she say? Like, why are they jumping on this so hard? Like, what is it that she said? Did she say that he fucking was a malicious dick or something?
So weird, man. Yeet then tweets out this clip with the caption, "Asmongold has no love lost over Anthony Fantano facing online criticism."
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano.
Hey, we go, guys. We're gonna get a super bass take.
Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm getting torn apart on Twitter, which is nothing new.
You deserve it. You've been participating in online hate mobs against people, virtue signaling on everybody on Twitter. You've done this to me multiple times, and now it's happening.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly the context, but Asmongold is like annoying as fuck. Asmongold is annoying as he's saying that Fantano is. Because Asmongold is literally just, hey, it's acceptable to be super right-wing right now. That's the norm, so I'm going to do that. And he's just going to change his perspective as time goes on. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, he's just going to, like, sit with whatever's comfortable, you know, so that people like him. That's his whole thing.
Happening to you, and you're never going to get people that are going to dislike you to ever forget about this. There's never going to be a moment.
My Ethan Klein. I only care if he does it to. I only care if he does it to my Caleb Hammer. Okay.
Where you're going to be able to move past this. Everybody is always going to think of you as a fake fuck. It doesn't matter what you're going to say in this video. You already look like a clown, and there's nothing that you can do about it. That's it. It's over.
Cool. And Tectone replies, every bald streamer is a racist piece of shit.
Fucking Tectone is so annoying, dude. It just...
Drake Direct tweets out this post with the caption, Drake via his IG story. And it's this picture of Anthony Fantano with a whole bunch of laughing and crying emojis over it, which Drake did actually post on his Instagram. To Pimper Morale replies, Drake right now, attaching this gif. Azealia Banks tweets out, who else is excited Anthony Fantano is dead? And Joe Cap
Azealia Banks. Is she the one that did that really good, like, rap that one time?
Replies, this speaks volumes about your personality. Tay says, you should be the last person to speak on something like this. Banks replies, like your career. Yet here you are. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Salsoud, Cultist Bandito, Captain Crashout, and at 19 kilometers. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Cool beans.